Hey guys, welcome to the video. I'm Amy and I post 3 videos a week. I post a lot of 3-day foundation wear test, full face first impressions, full face one brand, things like that. If that sounds like your kind of content, go ahead and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on mine. In today's video, we are going to be doing, I should have set this in front of me before. We are going to be comparing the original Tarte Shape Tape with the new ultra creamy Tarte Shape Tape. So that is why we are in this little setup here. I wanted to get as much natural lighting as possible to give you the realest view possible. So if you want to see how these two compare and look at my dry under eyes, then just keep watching. So sorry that you can hear like the birds, they're very loud. And I am like so close, and I'm using my phone, which I think has actually like gets to 4K, and I don't think my camera does. But anyways, hopefully this is not too close, but hopefully it's close enough. You know what I mean? Ignore my bed. I am sitting on my pillows. So I have 2 shades of the regular Tarte Shape Tape. I have Fair Beige and Fair Light Neutral. And I always felt like both of them were like really stark light on me. So I picked up shade 20B Light on here, or in the new one, thinking that it would be like maybe a little bit darker, but it really doesn't look darker than these. But then I did also get 16N, which is Fair Light Neutral, because I want to compare like the exact same shade. So I did pick up the minis. I know Ulta just had like 50% off the full size on their sale, but I did not want to buy a full size of a concealer. I wasn't sure I was going to buy, and then this way I could get 2 shades, or what I probably wouldn't use up is what I mean. Oh my gosh, I don't know what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to swatch all these just so we can see them next to each other first. I like that shade. I think I'll like that one. So that is 20B, which is light. And then we have 16N in the ultra creamy, which is way more yellow. And then I'm going to do 16N right next to it in the original. One thing that like, okay, so I heard people raving about Tarte Shape Tape for like years before I ever tried it, but no one ever mentioned that it smells like lemon or like palm olive or some like dish soap or something. It's weird. And then we have Fair Beige, which is the lightest shade that I have. Okay, so here are all the shades. These two are both 16N. We have the ultra creamy and the original, and then this one is Fair Beige in the original, and this one is light 20B in the ultra creamy. So those are the shades. I think that's a pretty good representation. I think the original and the creamy are a very similar undertone, but I do think that the creamy one is a little bit darker. I don't know if the camera's picking up on that. I do think that the 20B will be a really good shade for me though, but we're not going to use that today. And I didn't notice like a super big difference in the way they felt coming off the doe foot so far. We'll see if it feels different on my under eye. Let's grab the correct matching shades here. All right, we're gonna do, let's do the original first. Yeah, or should I do the new one first? Let's do the new one first. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so we're gonna do the ultra creamy. Again, this is the shade 16N. And we're going to do this side. I don't have a mirror in front of me either. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. And I'm going to, I don't know, should I go ham or not? Well, yeah, I think I'm only going to use concealer on my face because I really want to see how this feels. Okay, already I can tell you it feels way more hydrating and way thinner on the face. Still has a very much like cleaner type smell. And we're going to just go a little bit around the face, my redness some, almost like, you know, in place of foundation today. That's good enough for me. Let's see what we did here. We're gonna go on this side of the sponge. Okay, so here is just the ultra creamy. I do think it has good coverage. I would not say this looks completely blanked out. I mean it's good enough for me. I don't, sorry if I'm shaking this, I'm sitting on the floor. I don't think like I personally would want more coverage than that, but it doesn't look like extreme coverage to me. So there's that. Here, let me get as close as humanly possible and I can show you my under eye. Oh, the sun's coming back out, guys. All right, now I'm gonna do the same thing with the original, and I just did like a little here, a little here, little dot there. There was a little bit up there. I went around the nose some, and then just like to hit up that redness. That feels equivalent. Okay, I'm gonna use this blank side of the sponge and we're gonna go in. So already I'm seeing more coverage, and obviously it's so much drier, guys. And it does, the fragrance on the original is way stronger. The new one does have a scent also, but it's not as strong. Yeah, I mean, everything about this one, like, actually, like, it spread so far on my face, and it went so far and covered so much. So, like, this looks like I definitely want more on this side of my face. I mean, especially the nose, because it just looks red on one side. But, yeah, the coverage is definitely more on the original. But, let's give you the under eye. Am I close enough? Let me look up. Does that help? I'm gonna put a little bit more and see if I can build this, because if you can build it to the same coverage but it still looks better, then that's still better in my opinion. That's one reason like I don't find myself using the Shape Tape very much, is because it's just so like matte and dry for me, compared to what I normally do on the rest of my face. So build that up and definitely try to get my nose this time. The rest of my face, like, I honestly don't care. I'm not going anywhere or anything, so. Oh yeah, I definitely think that built up. What do you guys think? Look at it. This one feels tight on my under eye. I hope that I'm in focus, yeah? So I'm gonna go ahead, I guess, and do, I don't know, like I kind of want to do makeup on it, but I kind of also don't, you know? I would definitely say, hold on, let me wipe my hands off completely. No. I would honestly say they have the same kind of set down. There's not, this one isn't a lot stickier or anything like that. Both of them feel like I could probably go without setting them, but I'm gonna set just a tiny bit using like one of my favorite under eye setting powders, and this is the like face powder from Charlotte Tilbury. This is just a mini, and a little brush here, and I'm gonna just a little tappy tap. What are you doing back there? You don't know? Just a little tap under there, little tap over here. I don't know. Maybe there. I don't know. I definitely just don't know. I don't know. Do you guys, what do you guys think? I don't know. I don't think, I don't think there's as big of a difference as I was thinking or hoping. I definitely thought there would be like a bigger, like this would be super creamy and super hydrating and super emollient. It definitely is more hydrating. It feels better on my under eye as a dry skin person. It feels better. But, and I still think that this side does look a little bit heavy. I'm not sure if you guys are seeing that, but I do sense, like I feel it. It just looks, it looks almost like the concealer sets down before I can even blend it out fully, is kind of the vibe that it gives me, because my skin is so dry, and I do hydrate it, I do prep it, definitely. I use so many types of moisturizers and layer them and let them soak in and then put more on and put more on. So there's that. I just take spironolactone, which dehydrates you, dries out your skin a bit. So there's that, and I do tretinoin. But I don't know. I think honestly, so far so good. I'm happy. I'm happy with the new one. But I don't know if I'm gonna do makeup or not, but I'm gonna leave you here and then I will do like a check-in. But so far so good. I think the coverage is not as good, but it can be built up to be as good. And I think it's definitely way more dry skin friendly than the original. Just based on how it feels alone, I would reach for this one 100%. I will continue to wear it throughout the weeks and like update you in later videos, and you'll know if you see like my favorites or something. But for now, I'm gonna leave you with this. I will go ahead and insert a clip at the end of the night, or as long as I could wait, and also like some final notes if I notice anything else. But yeah, that is all we had for today. It was just comparing these two. Again, I definitely thought this would be like really dewy or something, like that it would be extreme opposite of this one, but I don't really think it is. I think it's just like in the middle kind of situation. Like I feel like they could definitely even come out with a more hydrating one that they call something else, but maybe you can't get something that hydrating that has this much coverage, so maybe that's why they've fallen in like this category. Yeah, I would definitely say the coverage from the get-go, like if you use the same amount of product, you're definitely going to get more coverage out of the original. But I really think that I did not have to add that much. I just did like 2 layers. I wonder even if you had like let it sit for a second, if you could get the same amount of coverage from the Ultra Creamy. I mean, I feel like I definitely got the same amount of coverage. I mean, I didn't cover my whole face. It doesn't go as far, but you can definitely build it up, and it doesn't look really heavy underneath my eyes in any way at all, I don't think. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.